All right, here we are with another episode of the Elevation Construction Project Debrief. Today, we're going to talk about a smaller project just to showcase the type of work that we do. We don't just do interior work, we do exterior work as well, patio extensions, and some yard work. And today, we're going to talk about a job we did in someone's backyard. So, Pablo, you want to talk about the scope of work?
Yeah, so client came to us pretty much. The problem was is on the side of the road where like the AC unit is, the outside AC unit, or outside of the road. I'm sorry, outside of the house on the left side of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's the fence line, and then there's the house. So it was just all grass area. They have pets. It gets muddy a lot. It doesn't drain very well. It holds water. The way it was sloped, it's like a really steep slope, like channel in
Mm-hmm.
between the houses. So they wanted something to go ahead and make it so that it wasn't muddy anymore. They could use the space to walk through back and forth. And I think at the end of it, they did want us to extend on a little piece to the back patio. So we ended
Oh,
up doing a concrete extension on the back patio. And then on the left side of the house, we put pavers and we put gravel and kind of the metal landscaping trim to kind of keep everything in place. And that was our solution to them having a muddy and really not usable side of their house.
yep. Well, cool. So we got some videos and photos to share here. So we'll start off with I actually took this video when I don't know if you were at another sales appointment or what, but here I'm just pointing of what we're doing, just explaining what the scope of work is. But you see right here, we have the irrigation stuff there that we had to take into consideration when we tore up the grass. We also had a drain that we had to redo. Or I think did we end up moving that around the drain?
I think the drain is no, because since we put that gravel, that it's not gravel, it's like river rock. We put that
Mm,
river rock down, it would still drain into that because the water will pass through.
got it. And then we had to cap off some sprinklers too, though, right?
Yes, for the concrete extension, we did
Mm,
have to cap off some sprinklers and move them.
got it. Okay. So as you see, it's just really taking the grass and adding in some concrete and some river rock and pavers. So this is a drone footage by Mr. Pablo here, learning how to fly in the drone, um, videoing our guys doing the work here, just tearing up the grass.
Yeah, they're just getting it to pretty much a depth to where they can lay. Normally, it's about 4 inches of concrete. And then they'll put their forms up. They'll put the rebar on the rebar chairs tied together. And then from there, then it's pretty much ready to get a pour. And then once the concrete's poured, they'll finish it, and then it's set. So you can see that's some of the rock that they use for the
Mm-hmm.
pavers. So that whole area, you're right, is they went ahead and they took up all the grass. They leveled it how it needed to be. The pavers all have to be leveled out properly. So here, they're putting that base sand down
Mm-hmm.
and making sure everything's leveled and that the pavers have a nice base to sit on.
Excellent. And then here's the photo of the concrete. One thing that we kind of ran into some issues in previous projects is just watering the concrete after it comes in. So you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, we'd recommend that for the following few days, maybe 2 to 4 days or so, just going out and sprinkling some water on the concrete. It just allows it to kind of cure a little bit better and a little bit slower, so that way there's no stress cracks that happen.
Mhm.
Sometimes that happens when either maybe it dries too soon or there's a little bit of temperature change,
Mhm.
drastic temperature change. You'll have a little bit of some fractures throughout the concrete. It's not like a structural thing where like the integrity of it is completely like diminished, but it's more of a cosmetic thing. You see
Right.
the little surface cracks on there, so
Yeah.
we try to do it, come back the next day, at least ourselves, and water it, or the day of, and then from there, then just give instructions to the client, so that way over the next few days, just go out there and just a quick 30 seconds, just sprinkle some water on there, get it wet, and then it just helps with the process.
Yeah. All right, cool. And then this is another video of let's see here. Not quite the finished product. I think they're still working on the side. Yeah, so they're putting in the rock right now.
Yeah, another detail with the pad in the back, so the extension is we dow it in, so we put we drill holes into the current patio,
Oh,
and then we'll put the rebar in, and so that way it's tied together like this, so
mm.
that way one isn't moving and the other one's not. They'll stay
Oh,
level
fantastic.
like that.
Oh, excellent, excellent, cool. And Pablo's getting a little experience with the drone here.
Yeah, it was a little tricky at first, but it
Yeah,
helps that it has sensors on it. And it tells you when you're kind of getting close to objects. You know.
yeah, right. And when the battery's about to die too, it kind of sometimes it comes home, but it
Yeah.
sometimes I've had it crash on the roof
Oh no,
when the
I've
battery
only had it
dies.
happen. I think once. I think, and then I freaked out that time. I was like, "Oh no!" I'm sitting there with the remote trying to hurry up and get it back. You know.
Yeah, yeah, we got to get a new battery for that thing. So just a longer one anyway. But cool. All right, so that's those guys putting in the rock. Here's what it looks like afterwards. Looks good, nice and clean.
Yeah. Yeah, the dog had just ran through right there a little bit, so they had
Oh
some of the
yeah,
bubbles were a little bit like pushed up and all that,
yeah.
but no mud, and no sitting water,
Mm-hmm.
and it's an accessible space to where you can get in and into the backyard, out of the backyard without going through the house,
Right.
and not have to worry about those things. And it looks, I feel like, a lot more presentable than just like
Yeah,
just grass all right there. It
exactly.
looks a little bit more modern and nice.
Yeah. So this is the finished product. Yeah, it looks like the dog has been running back and forth. He's got the dog toys in there. That's funny. That's cool. I think that's the last one. Yeah. So that's the last video. Very, very small project, but certainly an important one just to help beautify the backyard, make it a little bit more enjoyable, more what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like what you're saying, just more presentable and allows someone to walk on the side of the house without walking through mud and tracking in mud into the house and stuff. So it really makes a difference in the backyard.
Yeah, and I feel the colors too that because I'm pretty sure on this one the client picked out the actual
Yeah, he
paver
did.
and the stone themselves, so
Right.
they got a nice tone to go with the house, versus just picking some random color and it just you put it
Yeah.
together, so it ties in with the house. It
Hmm.
looks finished on the side, and yeah, yeah, it's usable space.
And how long did that take us? About a week, maybe?
Yeah, I want to say that they finished in a little bit over a weekend, something like that, maybe like 4 days, 5 days or so. Maybe a little bit less than that.
Yeah. And we actually earned a 5-star review on this one. He said, "We hired Elevation Construction for two projects in our backyard, and they exceeded our expectations. The Elevation team was communicative, on time, cleaned up as they went, and made sure everything was exactly as we wanted. We would definitely hire them again and recommend them to anyone." So that was an excellent 5-star review that we got for a quick and easy project. And yeah, so like I said, it's showcasing some of the stuff that we do. We don't just do interior. We have another episode where we did a garage rebuild. And we did an episode last week of a 29 unit complex that we renovated a couple years ago. And we could do projects like this. So, whatever you have, give us a call, check out our website, and fill out the form, and we'd be happy to help you out. Cool. Well, thanks, Pablo.